Here we go, gang. Are we ready? Because we are going to say 6, 7, 100,000 times on live. I probably should have loaded up a counter. Simple counter. A simple tool for keeping track of numbers. Okay, gang. Are we ready? It doesn't go past. It won't help if it doesn't go past 100,000. Click counter. Multiple click counters. Okay, this one works. Can I... Can I make it so it's full screen? No. Gotta use a different one. Now hiring...
Oh, can we buy weapons?
Whoa, can we not,
God,
can we not say...
terrible.
Why are we saying weapons?
Playing Valorant.
Whoa, man. 6, 7. Alright. I just jumped it on the highway. It go left, right, go. How high can I make it go to? 100,000. We just said 6, 700,000 times. Who's the one viewer? We will never know. It's me. Okay.
I know I can treat you better. I know that. And never like you.
Stop singing! I'm trying to say 6, 7, 100,000 times. Oh, this is gonna be so difficult and mental torture. But I think I can do it. Your latest stream report from Gmail. Gmail sent me a stream report. Okay. Here we go. We are going to be streaming. Saying 6, 7.
None! Okay.
Shh. Shh. We are going to be streaming. Saying 6, 7, 100,000 times. This is where it all started. And J-Man has not joined yet. I told J-Man, hey J-Man, how are you doing today? He said, I'm a Sigma boy. And I said, but wait, why did it not send the notification? I'm live.
No way.
Shawty's hollering where the ballers at. I hope Tyler joins and Sigma Boy joins and Phantom Tax joins. Okay. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Yo, Cameron, I am saying 6, 7, 100,000 times. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chase, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for me to say 6, 7, 100,000 times?
Oh my god, bro, my gun just does no damage.
Six seven, 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 six seven. Oh my god! Six seven, 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 six seven. Nah. 6 7.
I'll say that.
I love you. I just jumped out on the highway. I'm gonna add the YouTuber account to this because I stream on YouTube now. Everyone go follow my YouTube channel. Okay.
Bro.
What are you saying bro to? Wait, ready? 6 7, 6 7. Wait, I said 6 7 for the 67th time. Okay. 6 7, 69. 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 7, 6 6 7, 6 7, 6 7. I said 6 7. I think Xing should raid me. How about that right there?
What did you
They
just
call me we say kakalaka boom. And my name is Baba, no it's kakalaka boom. Stop it the second, you all know my name. Oh, sorry,
we will correctly try to say.
Kakalaka boom, kakalaka boom. I've heard enough. We're locked in, Chase. But little do they know, I'm a Sigma boy. Not you, Josh. We're not gonna pitch him. Say Isaac D's nuts. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Oh my god, 6 7.
Why are you standing there?
Yeah, bro, why are we standing there? 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Realize after reading. 6 7. I said 6 7. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 6 7 6 7 6 7 6. Oh my god, 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 6. I said 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Oh. Okay, I think I gotta lower this. But I won't lower it by too much. I think I'm gonna lower it to saying 6 7 67,000 times. That'd be tough. I'm doing 6 7 times.
Who's here, Jason?
Bro, I just can't. I do 145 damage, bro. And he has a Vandal, bro. Just can't do anything.
Chase,
Yeah.
if I had to rate you on a scale from 6 to 7, I'll give you a 6.9.
You're so funny.
Okay. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7.
You should get like a counter. You should get like a counter.
I am. I'm at 179. 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. 200 times. Since I'm a nerd, we're gonna do the math. What exactly is the math, you ask? We are going to open a new window for Opera GX. What is 200? Okay, no. What percent of 67,000 is 200? 0.29% of the way there. Me gone go 90-90. You have been a great viewer. So good nighty night. All right.
Bro, I just
6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. I might have to quit. I really said 7-6, bro. Seven, 6. How was that? Oh my god, bro, my dog. I gotta go get my dog.
Come here, baby.
's not gonna shut up. Welcome back, Chase. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, skip 6-7, 6-7, 6. God, I can't do this, bro. Six, 7. Okay. What is 1% of 67,000? 670. I'm so dumb. You know what that means? We're close to reaching 1%. Is that Aura? 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 267. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. How much longer should I do this for, Chase?
stop.
I'm at 311. Is that enough?
No, you have to get to 670.
Bongo, come here.
And then I can be done?
You knocked
Yeah.
that off.
1% of what my goal is?
Sit down.
Yeah.
Alright. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. Oh, and would you look at that? I just rented 539. And maybe even more. Holy cow, wait. Wait, Chase, I'm on a way. 6-7. I just jump in on the highway.
Why me?
This is a horrible stream idea.